Hey there, dudes. This is how you run the Stellar MCP and set it up in your code base. Follow the instructions on the README, git clone, and cd into MCP generator. Then you want the command cargo install dash parts period. What this allows you to do is set up Stellar MCP plugin. Once it's finished installing, you can run Stellar plugin ls. Now you can find MCP in here. So you can run this command Stellar MCP as shown. Yeah, you have generate and validate. No too much technical. This thing is here. Everything's zero explained here in the README step-by-step process. Let's get into the demo. You can simply set up an MCP contract with this command, Stellar MCP generate. You have to pass in a valid contract ID, -- network, output folder, which is the path, and my token, which the name of the folder you want your contract to be. And it looks just this way. You can see my folder in here, my token -mcp. MCP generated successfully. You have your readme and other tools, so you can run npm install to install the package. While the package is installing, let me walk you through what the tools looks like. My token, you can see all your tools here, set block, set possible wasming. The way this actually works is it does use the Stellar bindings. With the Stellar bindings, I was able to refactor and get these types. Going through the readme, you can see all the available tools here that was auto generated and pretty much how to start this up. Not too much technical stuff. Once your installation is complete, the next step is to run npm build. The next step is to set up your cloud desktop configuration, or if you want to use Cursor too, in my case here. I do want to cut some stuff out, which is there are two ways of signing transaction, which you can use your basic key pair to sign a transaction, or if you want to use your passkit. You have to set up your cloud desktop or your MCP configuration this way. I also left guide on how to deploy a passkit wallet to get your wasmin hash. Also, I left a guide here. If you want to deploy your wallet, here's the script. The README is well documented. It tells you how to get your wasmin hash and every configuration you need to set up passkey wallets. I'm going to try this guide on Cursor first, then I'll try it on Cloud Code too. You do have to confirm your paths, pwd sudo-dex. And yeah, you're good to go. You get given instructions. Hey there, let me know the tools I can call on my MCP, my token thing. Okay, we went ahead and give us 19 tools, and we can confirm here that we have 19 tools we can call. So I can just go out, I could just tell it to call all the getters functions for me, just for it to see that it works. I told it call all the view functions, thanks, passing valid data. The first tool it called was get deploy tokens, get token counts, get admin, get pending admin, and this returns this. Just for context, I'm returning the transaction tools in here. That's why we get this data in here. That's why we get this data like. We're able to query about 5 view functions. Now I'm going to perform write operations. For every write operation, note that it returns an XDL. This tool here, sign and submit, just takes in an XDL. It takes in a secret key too and also a contract ID. You passing a wallet contract ID means you want to interact with the passkey. Just doing something random. Hey, can you perform write operations? I gave him my secret key and my public key too. You try to call this tool, which is deploy token. Let me look up deploy token in here. You can see deploy token takes in a parameter of deployer and a config. Let's look up the parameter in here. Deployer and a config. And this is so smart. I just told it to use a random data and you was able to figure it out. Classic AI. Once you want to perform a write operation, this will return an XDL. You can see here it returns an XDL, okay? And we use the sign and submit tool to send the XDL. The XDL we got here, and it tries send a transaction. We can see that we have our hash in here and token deployment information. Let me confirm this hash on the testnet explorer. Yep, you can see this. Look at the time. We invoke a contract token deploy. Initial supply 1000. Name my possible token. Let's go confirm this MPT. Possible token initial supply. This symbol MPT. Let's set this up for cloud desktop. If you want to set it up for cloud desktop, you have to configure the path. You have to add this if you have Node.js 18 installed on your PC, because cloud desktop automatically use the lowest version of node you have on your PC to run the MCP. It's actually an issue from the end. But this time around, I'm going to be setting up my baskets. You can check the README on how to get your WASNA hash, designer, and the payout secrets. You can see we have our two NFT-factory. Let me just call it. Okay. Trying to get token counts, get admin. Okay, I'm going to tell it to try deploy a token for me using a random data. Like I said, once you provide a contract, a wallet contract ID, it means you are trying to use passkey. And how does passkey work? Sure, cool. I'm passing a wallet contract ID, as you see here. This enters to the sign and send with passkey. This configure the passkey with the wallet contract ID, like you see here. Try to enter to the deploy token with passkey possible token, and now I should get my XTL back. Yeah, of course. Now it's trying to sign and submit the transaction with this XTL, with this wallet ID that I gave it and my secret key. So since this takes wallet's contract ID, meaning it's going to use the passkey for transaction. Okay, this transaction is successful with this hash, and let me see if you can say this. With this hash and this transaction hash, and confirm this transaction hash on chain. Remember, the name of the token was passkey possible token. Yeah, look at this passkey possible token. So that's it, man. You can always follow the guide on the README to set this up. Still decentralized.